Okay, so this next part is on stage two documents. Some of you are already official stage two teams, others are working on your documents. This is a brief discussion on them, and we're here to answer any questions. Clearly, for stage two, you need to get your documents signed in order to participate and be an official stage two team. Oops, did I get, yes, okay. What stage two requires? Okay, so we require in stage two, all teams to set up their corporate entity. So in order to do so, we have, actually, we've already had a few different expert lectures, which you can find on our website on how to set up your corporate entity if you have not already formed it. You will send us proof of it. If you are in the US, the Secretary of State will give you a document saying that you are an official state entity. You just show that to us. Internationally, the departments of state internationally have all different ways of doing it, but basically you just show us your document and that is an easy thing, and then you are done there. We also then, after you show us that corporate formation, we have the master team agreement. The master team agreement is very similar to the stage one agreement that you have signed already in order to participate in stage one. Everybody needs to sign that master team agreement. So there is Exhibit A, which will be signed by the team captain, and Exhibit B, which will be signed by all team members. Read the master team agreement carefully. Make sure that you understand it. Should you have any questions, always reach out to us. But this is the guiding legal document, the master team agreement. There's also the media rights agreement. The media rights agreement also must be signed by all team members. The media rights agreement talks about how GoAERO can publicize you and how you can publicize yourself. So that's very important. And then, of course, we have the insurance documentation. All teams must have insurance. As you all know, we have been very fortunate in that Global Aerospace, who is one of our in-kind sponsors, has set up a pool of insurance just for GoAERO teams. It is incredibly discounted insurance. Many GoAERO teams will not be able to get insurance, but Global Aerospace provides it. So you do not have to use Global Aerospace if long as you are meeting the terms, the insurance terms in the master team agreement. That being said, we do know that the Global Aerospace insurance is a very low-cost way of meeting that. And then, Nidhi is very specific about this because it is important. You must keep your team roster updated on HeroX. We must know who is a team member, and all team members must sign the master team agreement and the media rights agreement. Okay. I believe that almost everyone in this room, I believe everybody has already set up their legal entity. The legal entity must provide limited liability to its shareholders. You must be in good standing, and you must be formed and have your bank account set up in a place where we can pay you. Should you win a prize, we need to be able to pay you. And so you need to have a bank account in a country where we can, and you need to be formed in a country where we can actually, the United States government will allow us to give you your prize winning funds. I believe everybody in this room is set up appropriately, so we are all set there. Until they're removed, we follow what needs to happen, right? We follow what they say, and until it is, that's what it is. But yes, who knows? Okay, updating your team portal. This is really simple. You're in terms of your team members, you must keep an updated list of who is on your team. Very simple. You just go to HeroX and you click on those buttons and you can add or remove team members. The team captain is the one person who should be doing this. Just do it and keep it up to date. It's helpful for everybody. If you think that you have team members and those team members have not signed the master team agreement or the media rights agreement, they are not your team members. All team members must sign those agreements. Okay. I think I've just done all of this. Yeah. This is all this language is directly from the master team agreement, and I believe that we have covered this. Okay. One thing that I should not need to say, but we will say it, is that there is a professionalism and disparagement clause. Speak nicely about one another. Speak nicely about our sponsors and our GoAERO. I mean, we are coming together to create technology which will hopefully save lives. We are in this goodwill endeavor. All of this, yes, it is a competition, but this is all goodwill, right? Everybody in GoAERO, every one of our partners, all of you, we are devoting tons of time and resources to give something good to the world. So let us all be generous and kind with one another. And it's actually required in the master team agreement. So we're pointing this out. Okay. Sponsorship approval forms, we had previously discussed this. If you have any questions on possible sponsors who you think you'd like to approach, if you think they're good, you can also just reach out to us at info@, but of course all sponsors must be approved with the sponsorship approval form, which can be found in the documents section on the website. Okay. Team signatures, master team agreement. The team captain must sign the master team agreement. The team captain must sign Exhibit A in the master team agreement as well, and you have all seen it. This is just some language. Exhibit B is the exhibit that is signed by all team members for the master team agreement. Go through this. You should be reading every word. You should feel comfortable with everything, right? And so all of this can be found in the master team agreement. Okay, intellectual property, right? We've said this again and again. Your intellectual property is yours. Your team retains all right, title, and other ownership interests in your submission and in all inventions. You can't use another person's intellectual property, obviously. And so read this language in Section 5 of the Master Team Agreement. So the one exception to teams keeping their own intellectual property is in the media rights agreement, which we will get to shortly, and that is so that GoAERO can publicize and speak about all of the wonderful things that you do. That's part of this getting out into the world. But your inventions and all of that, the engineering part, that is yours. Read through this. These paragraphs, obviously read through the whole agreement, make sure you're comfortable with it, but that is how we set it up, and we've spoken obviously with many of you on this as well. Oh, an important thing, you cannot use GoAERO's logo or Boeing's logo or RTX's logo without permission, right? And so if you want to use something, you should ask us. But you cannot use our logo, and you certainly cannot use our sponsors' logos without permission. Okay. The media rights agreement. Okay. So in the media rights agreement, which must be signed by both the team captains and all team members, it talks about how GoAERO will use footage for the competition, and even footage that you create yourselves. make sure you know what this says, make sure you are comfortable with it. GoAERO has exclusive rights to record and to use our footage. You cannot publish or promote your recordings without our permission. Once again, like we just discussed in sponsorships, both at GoAERO and in GoFly, we never said no to anybody who said, oh, I'd like to publish this, I'd like to send out this video, I'd like to do that. We've always said yes, but we need to have that look. So it's very much, and those who had participated in GoFly can tell you, it's very much a partnership. We are here to support you and to help you get out the word and get the resources that you need. But there is the dialogue and the back and forth. Okay, let's see, next. The teams may request your footage for things that you want. We have always said yes, just ask us. We encourage you to repost all of our GoAERO posts on social media, to post about your team progress, but please do not post about GoAERO without our previous permission. Once again, we've always said yes, we just want to be asked. And as I think you all know by now, we will share our information in advance of major milestone announcements to provide messaging guidance to all of you, to work with you. And there are also opportunities as well to have our PR and our press liaisons help you in crafting your outward messages. Okay. Insurance, we had spoken about insurance. As we have 2 minutes left in this session, I'm going to keep going. Should you have any questions, we also have obviously Global Aerospace is here, so we can ask on that. Equity agreement, right? So a couple of people have asked with GoAERO, the equity part, what does it mean? So let's dive into that a little bit. For all Stage 2 and Stage 3 prize winners, and only for prize winners, prior to receiving the prize, the winning team will enter into an equity agreement with GoAERO. The equity that GoAERO would have would only be equal to whatever the prize is won. So for example, if you were to win a Stage 2 prize, which is $40,000, GoAERO would and let's say your valuation is $4 million, then, which would be somewhat there, GoAERO then would have a 1% stake in whatever, in your company. The reason we do this is that GoAERO, like you all, GoAERO is raising funds for our programming. Should one of you win a prize and then later on in 10 years become very successful, then GoAERO's equity stake, which would most likely be very small by that time, would still be able to provide funding for future programming and for future prizes. It is a way that if we help you and nurture you and support you, and you do something that's amazing and excellent, then we have the ability to help future teams. GoAERO, under no circumstances, expects to be involved in the running of your companies or anything like that. This is, in a sense, a little bit of a lottery ticket for GoAERO, that if you do eventually do really well, then we can, in the future, fund more of these types of programmings. And if you don't do well and nothing ever happens with your company, well, so be it. That's totally fine. We do our programming in order to bring something good to the world, and if something that you do will help us to continue our programming, fantastic. Okay. Sample term sheet, this is and these are online as well, just to show you, this is like the basic. GoAERO does not want to be involved in the running of the company. This is what it is. Okay, so timeline and support, all your documents, the master team agreement, the media rights agreement, the corporate formation, the insurance, all of those need to be completed you cannot submit your stage 2 submission. You cannot win a stage 2 prize unless you have done all of this. It takes a little bit of time to go through these documents to make sure all of your team members are comfortable with them and sign them. We would encourage you to do it if you have not done it. Most of you have done it sooner rather than later. And should you have any questions, right, we are very open and available to answer any questions you may have about anything. So do not hesitate to reach out to us either now or for the next 2 years on anything, whether it has to do with fundraising or these documents or, you know, sponsorships or press or publicity or engineering help or helping to get you into new companies or to help you negotiate a deal with either an engine company or anything like that. So we are here, excuse me, we are here to help you. Are we done? More time? Okay.